Hi everyone, and welcome to your weekly Pick a Card Tarot readings for the week of September 19th. If you're new here, my name is Sydney, I'm the tarot guy next door, and I use my occult knowledge and intuition to help guide you towards the life you want. If that's something you're into, make sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you're always up to date on the advice that the cards have for you. I'll be doing 5 card open readings, and here are the decks that I have for you. We have the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot with Lapis Lazuli, the Tarot de Marseille with Tiger's Eye, and the Classic Rider-Waite-Smith with Amethyst. We also have 4 different oracle cards to choose from 4 different decks. So go ahead and pick which tarot deck and which oracle card resonate with you the most. It's totally fine if you're drawn to more than one. You might have a combination of messages. And of course, you can pause this video if you need more time. As always with collective readings, take what resonates with you and leave aside what doesn't. If you want to jump straight to your reading, the timestamps are right below. And with that, let's go right to the readings. All right, group 1, let's see what we have for you for this week. Let's cut her up. Wait, is the sun going to move into Libra? Yeah, it is. Hey, happy Libra season. I filmed these videos in advance and I kind of lost track. Maybe I got lost in the chaos, am I right? And actually, oh my God, this is a smooth segue. Based just off of these 2 cards, I think, don't let the turbulence that this week might have in store for you interfere with your sense of creativity and boldness. Let's see the other 2 cards. Oh, great. I'm seeing like from the chaos comes an opportunity of some kind. Let's see here. Yeah, exactly. I think the High Priestess in reverse at the bottom of your deck is giving a very similar message to these 2 cards in particular. So I really like the fact that all 3 reversed cards in your reading are sharing very similar messages, which is be on the lookout for gifts. I think that the turbulence and chaos that this week, that it's looking like this week has in store for you, will have a hidden blessing inside, and to just be on the lookout for that. And it's something that might not be obvious at first, but through your intuition, and to just center yourself and to try to see this from a place of trying to cut through the bullshit, basically, which is part of what this Ace of Swords has to say. But I was really thinking of the 6 of Swords here. Something that I don't point out often enough is that the water is calm on one side of the boat, but turbulent on the other side of the boat. So when I initially said cut through the bullshit, I was actually thinking of this fact. So I would encourage you to take care of yourself and to rejuvenate or do things that make you feel fuller than you were before you did whatever. And through that, to use that as a means to reconnect with your creativity and assertiveness and boldness. This is a time for you to be bold and to cut through this, because through this you can have an opportunity to really either gain a new perspective on a situation or to come up with seeds that you can plant to grow into something later on. So honestly, that is a wrap for this reading, group 1. If this resonated with you, it would help me out if you gave this video a thumbs up. I love you regardless, and I would invite you, wait, which card do I want on the bottom? I think I'll take this one. So I will invite you to use the timestamps below to jump to your oracle card reading. Group 2, you know the deal. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to throw down all 5 cards. I'm going to pause the recording, and I'll see you right after. Ooh. Let me just... I'm having a vague sense of what this reading is saying, and I'm smiling that you can't see because I'm off camera, obviously. But yeah, this is well framed. All right, let me stitch this together and I'll be right back. Group 2, you're being invited to let your freak flag fly for this week, which I'm getting from the High Priestess looking to through the Five of Cups to the Star card here. And there are two things that are funny in this reading. We have two naked women in this reading, and also Group 1 also had the Star card in this position in their reading. However, just keep in mind that the standardized meaning that is assigned to the Star card, it came a couple centuries after this deck existed, so I'm not reading it the same way. Yeah, the Star card, I generally read it as like wild, running naked in the woods type of energy. And contrast to the priestess here who's sitting in some kind of lofty room with a book on her lap. There is an opportunity for you to get to where you want to go through relinquishing the book and favor your wild side a little. And that will be a key for you to make the most out of this week. There was something else that I wanted to say, but I forgot. Give me a second. And I'm not going to pause the recording for this. Yeah, listen, I think that by... Yeah, okay. So the book smarts that you've acquired that have got you to this point is good, and I wouldn't encourage you to abandon that, but I would encourage you to not let it stop you from playing a bit in more wild and creative ways that you wouldn't normally do, or maybe that you have done but that you've put aside to focus on the more rational, intellectual learnedness of whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. I think that for you, it's going to require to make a change to let that wild side fly a little, at least for this week. And I think that you would be surprised the extent to which your creativity can flow. Yeah, I think that what might be getting in the way of your creativity for this week is relying too much on the standardized, whatever the manual says, that's how we do it, and to try to let your wild and crazy imagination run loose over whatever projects that you are trying to do for this week. Something that I will say, just in case I didn't say it at the beginning of this reading, because I noticed this immediately, all three people in this deck are looking this way. So there's a real opportunity to, advance towards something. And yeah, I'm not sure if the wreath in the world card is symbolizing protection or if it's symbolizing like a target to shoot for. But regardless of that, and I'm going to say this for the last time before wrapping up this reading, just, try to play fast and loose. I just remembered the thing that I forgot to say earlier. I know that based on the space weather for this week, I know that Mercury will be retrograding back into Virgo at some point this week. So try to fight against the nitpicky, rational, hey, this is how we do it, this thing is wrong, this thing is wrong, this thing is wrong, effect that Mercury in Virgo can have based on my very, very little understanding of those two energies. So yeah, that is what I wanted to say. So I'm glad I got to say it. And on that note, thank you very much. If this reading resonated in any way, I would appreciate it if you gave this video a like. And regardless of anything, you can use the timestamps below to jump to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. All right, group 3. Oh, amethyst with an amethyst pyramid. This is the all amethyst team. I don't know what that means, but it's something that I like to point out. Actually, before I flip over these cards, I use a random number generator to determine which crystals I'm going to use for a video. But the pyramid, I just pick it on a whim using strictly my gut. So it's funny when that kind of stuff turns out. Ooh, Wow, these are very interesting cards to flip over first. There are too many things that they could be saying. I don't want to read them alone, so I'm going to give two more cards here. Okay. Nice. So something that I wanted to say when I flipped over the Three of Cups based on the cards that were laid down at that point is I would be open to the positive influence of people around you. What is making me say this is mainly the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Coins, both in the reverse position, is giving me the notion that the temptation might be strong for you to try to cut corners in a less than nirvana type way, a less than perfectly enlightened way, let's say. And that might cause you a delay in what you actually are really after. So I would be on the lookout for that. And I sense that there is someone around you who could be a positive influence to help you refocus on what you want and help you focus on, is this really the right way to do this? And I think that through that person, you can come up with a moment of clarity that can push you even further along what you want to do. I honestly have the feeling that this reading is wrapped, but I just want to make sure that there isn't any more juice that I can squeeze out of this orange. Give me a second, group 3. No, I think this is a really quick one. So listen, it's okay to it's okay to want what you really want. And tell me what you want, what you really, really want, and tell me in the comments below. That was smooth. Give this video a like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. But in all seriousness, it's okay to have a big goal. And it's even, I can understand the temptation to cut corners in a less than enlightened way in order to reach that goal. If you're a regular viewer, you've undoubtedly seen me go on long rants about how awesome the Seven of Swords is. But when it comes up in reverse, it's a pretty clear warning. So yeah, just be mindful of the influence that you and the people around you have on one another. And I think that by relying on that to see the way through, that can be your proverbial North Star that can help you navigate the potential traps that this week might have in store for you. So on that note, thank you very much for watching. I will see you right now for your Oracle card readings. Okay, let's see. These two cards were not sticky, but I was having trouble separating them. How is this alignment? Yeah, looks good. All right, so Group A, your archetype is the mother. Very interesting. And the light attributes are nurturance, patience, unconditional love, joy in giving birth to life. Shadow attributes are smothering or abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. So here's the thing. Giving birth to a life, I'm interpreting it in the more metaphoric, abstract way, kind of like I do with the Empress. This is an opportunity for you to nurture and patiently create something. And also, wait, what was the thing? Patience, unconditional love, that was the thing. Make sure that just be mindful of always staying in your highest loving, most loving vibration. I think that is something that is useful for all three readings that I gave. And to also be careful of not taking, be wary of resentment. Sometimes there are things that we think will be good for us, and when they manifest in ways that are annoying, for lack of a better word. Over time, that can lead to resentment. So that is a potential warning with the shadow attribute here. But besides that, just focus on remaining in love and really trying to create something. Group B, your card is Progressions, Journey. So really, I think this is pretty literal. It's an invitation to focus on the journey, not the destination. Just remember that whatever you're trying to do is a process, and this week is just another step in the larger journey that you are on, and to not be impatient with yourself, and to remember, oh, here's a great pitfall that everyone falls into, myself included, and it's a great reminder for you and for myself. The trap is to compare yourself to others. Instead of comparing yourself to others, compare yourself to yourself last week or last month or last year, and see how far you've come. And that can help put things in perspective for you. Moonology, do we have a new moon in Libra? No, we don't. We have the full moon in Pisces. Is that it? No, full moon in Taurus, I'm sorry. So, what is the message under? Your dreams need a practical plan. Okay. There's one reading, actually two readings, for which that might seem like a contradiction. So let me just take a moment to integrate that. Okay, I got it. The way that this card best fits in with the readings that I gave is to focus on the term practical here. Your dreams need a practical plan. And for all three readings, I'll just present you with a question. Is it really practical to sink into the chaos and to just throw your hands up at how the situation just seems out of control? Is it really practical to go by the book and no matter what the situation actually presents itself as, that, you know, since this is the way that the manual does it, then we should do it? Like to do that to a point of being a zealot. I can't think of a better word right now. And also, is it really practical to cut corners in a less than enlightened way? For all three of those questions, I would argue no, but you're invited to, I'm inviting you to reflect on that. And for Group D, your card is Venus in Aries. Venus in Aries, lust. Ooh. You know what? I think that it's okay to take pleasure in going after what you want. And I think that for some of you, you're being invited to remember that the process of creating and going after what you want is supposed to be enjoyable. And it's okay to, enjoy it. Yeah, it's difficult for me to fit this card into the readings that I gave, but I have the feeling that for those of you who selected this card, it just stands on its own, so I'm not going to try. So on that note, thank you very much for watching. If your reading resonated with you, it would really help me out if you could give this video a thumbs up. I'm curious to know what you think in the comments below, but regardless of anything, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a great week. I will see you soon. You take care.